Hello, good morning.
Good afternoon. Good
Good
evening.
night for the ones on Asia. Would like to
Hello,
know
Ian. How
where
are you doing? Where are
I'm
you? Where are you speaking from?
I'm fine. I'm speaking from Brazil, Florianopolis, Magic Island, known as Magic Island. What about you?
Magic
Are
Island.
you are you in
Y-
Portugal?
Yes, I'm in Portugal. Halfway through to Hong Kong.
Nice. Yeah, the next wave will be on Lucerne, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Lucerne, Switzerland.
Where are you guys watching us from? Let us know in the comments. Would like to know.
Yeah, we have Antonio. Hello, Antonio. Hello, Nelson. Hello, Maids Almeida. Oh,
Robinson.
Robinson.
Three
Nice to
Brazilian
see you.
names I see here.
Yes, I see. I think Antonio is an old member from Web to Dev, right? I remember him.
Yeah, I remember this picture. Maids from Brazil as well.
Brazil,
Nice.
Belgium, great. Wow. What
Last
city in
time we
Belgium?
last time we had from Africa, right? I remember someone from Indonesia. We had, yeah, I remember it was like 3 or 4 very new countries. Let's see if we have some new countries today.
Yeah, we have people from. When we started, it was only in Portuguese and mostly Brazilians. 2 or 3 years ago, remember, Young? It's been
Yeah.
a while since we started to create
Yeah, I
this.
remember the first live we did was like, wow, people from North Brazil, South Brazil, East Brazil, and now now
Yeah, I remember
North
looking at the Google Analytics
analytics.
map,
Yeah.
and there was like spots all over different cities in Brazil, and we were amazed by the amount of people that were interested in learning smart contracts when we started back then.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for coming, everyone. My name is Daniel. I'm also known as Danny Cookie, and I'm here with Young. We are we are here to talk with you about our Rust journey, Rust from scratch, right?
Yeah. Me itself is totally from scratch related to this build. I don't remember if you had previously experience with Rust when you joined at Polkadot. If you work with
No. When I
no,
when I
yeah,
started to learn, when I went to PBA, the Polkadot Blockchain Academy, in January 2024, I didn't know anything about Rust.
nice. So
Zero.
we both are Rust from scratch for Polkadot then.
Exactly.
Nice.
And now I'm here helping you to learn Rust. So this is how we love to work in communities. We learn something, and then
And we share.
we can't keep this knowledge to ourselves. We need to share it with everyone.
Yeah, we learn sharing. Yeah, right. It's the best way to learn. And I can see Vishhash in the comments. Good morning, Vishhash, or good afternoon. I don't know what time is India right now, but Vishhash was the first student to graduate in the first wave of this course, and now he's a mentor. So I'm very happy to see you are here, Vishhash.
And he's
And
also applying for Lucerne, for PBA
yeah,
Lucerne in Switzerland. Awesome.
nice. You make it. I'm sure you make it. If you did all of this Rust course and the exam this time, I think is TypeScript and Rust. Rust you master. I'm sure the TypeScript part you also master. Nice. We have a lot
Yeah,
of
so this is,
mentors here today.
I see Robinson started to learn Rust, and this journey with us is a great start. We actually are partnered with PBA to make PBA even more accessible for more people around the world, and we complement each other. PBA is a deeper course, more focus on Polkadot and high level knowledge of Rust, deeper level of knowledge. Sometimes people come from different programming languages. They already have some experience in different programming languages, but not Rust. So the idea is to make Rust more comfortable for newcomers and help everyone to reach PBA. And of course, after PBA, the sky is the limit. I can speak for myself. When I went to PBA, I didn't expect to learn so much. And right now, I'm working not with Rust. Actually, I'm not working with Rust in my daily base because I changed to Elixir, another programming language. But I changed to Elixir because I decided to implement Jam, one of the new versions of Polkadot. But this is something for another another topic for another conversation. But right now, I'm helping other people to join Polkadot, and Polkadot is an amazing ecosystem where a lot of people can build different products on different fronts. As Ian mentioned, you can learn TypeScript to work with front-end related stuff, but you can also work with Rust on the smart contract level, Ink, and also blockchain development in different fronts.
Yeah,
Hello,
and
Junior. How are you doing? Where are you speaking from, Junior? Junior Araújo.
this course is more on the blockchain level. So you probably come here thinking we know that smart contract is a very known topic in the blockchain development, but this course is more on the blockchain side. So you will touch more block production, transaction organization, transaction production, ordering. So this will give you a very good context about how things works behind the hood, and to get you to a good level of understanding about blockchain to pass through the PBA. So as Daniel mentioned, this course is intended to prepare you to pass through the PBA, which is a more advanced, way more advanced course where you will learn smart contracts, nodes, block, everything related to blockchain governance, game theory, like literally everything is an university of blockchain content, everything in 1 month. So it's very intense, is very rich. Is there's nothing compared to this experience of 1 month. So that's why we went through this experience and we enjoyed a lot. I grew my knowledge about crypto, about blockchain, about web3 so much that we thought we need to share this, we need to help people to get prepared for this. So we remember when we started was like ad rock studying, searching for content related and try to get prepared for the exam to be able to go to the course. And then after the course, we met the one of the teachers, that is Sean Tabrizi. The guys more related to Polkadot probably know him, and he prepared this content, this Rust state machine, to help students to get more fundamental basis about the blockchain knowledge required to work in the industry itself. Not only Polkadot, for sure. This is the Polkadot stack. You see more like the palette structure, how the Polkadot SDK is structured, but all the knowledge related to this you can reuse in other blockchains because are the same concept, the same rules running this game. So we are like, I can't talk much about how much I recommend this course, because we did this course and we know how rich this content is. So if you want to get really deep knowledge, if you take the time to, I think it's 20 days, the time expected to finish this course is the 20 days that will give you uh, knowledge revenue for the rest of your life, because you learn a lot. I think Daniel has some comparisons that he wants to share.
Yes, I was sharing here the Rust State Machine repo. This is where everything started, thanks to Sean, one of our teachers in PBA. He created this tutorial, and we basically transformed, translate, and adapted this tutorial for you to be more accessible and more easy to go through. We created a lot of videos going through the tutorial to help you to learn from scratch. This is our learning platform, build.w3d.community. If you didn't subscribe to it, you have to go into this platform, and the first link here is subscribe now. You click here, and this will be the course that we are going to follow along today. And of course, we can't finish the course. There are 6 sessions, a lot of lessons. You have to go through all these lessons, more or less 7 lessons per section. And the idea here is to explain the basics for you so you can start. And once you started, you can have our help in our Discord. If you don't follow us on Discord, you need to get into our Discord in this link. Let me click here.
Yeah, here today we have some mentors that are in the chat, but during the whole process of learning the course, you had access to mentors in English and also in Portuguese. So if you need any help, you can just tag the role of support, and you get this help. As soon as Daniel opened the Discord, he can show where are the channels. So like he showed, there is sections. This course has 6 sections, and if you are stuck, for example, in the 30 section, you can go in the 30 section channel in the Discord and ask for help in that specific section. This way you don't need to explain yourself where you are, what is the problem you are facing, because most of the problems are already known. So once you go into the chat, you can see the history and see if someone has passed through this same problem before and how was solved. And if it's something new, you just type your problem. Hey, I need help because I try to do this, and this is the problem I'm facing, and someone will help you to get through it.
Yeah, here is the chat for the builds. So once you get into our website, let me get back here. Yeah, once you subscribe to the course, you're gonna have this button. It will ask you to connect. Then you click here, connect your Discord, and mine is already connected. That's why I don't need to click it anymore. But basically, you're gonna click here, and it will automatically make these channels available for you, because they are not open by default for anyone. So you have
only this access to class. Like if you click on the reconnect, and
if you don't have access, you can also click here, Rust State Machine, and then you click, and the sections will be open for you. And here you can chat with us. So is everybody connected to our Discord, let me see. Send a message for us here in the chat builds if you are already connected, and if you are not connected, let us know in the chat so we can see and help you to connect. This is very important because all the doubts you have to submit. Look, there's a lot of submissions from different students here and people from the community helping to move on along the classes. So anyone can come here and pass some code and put some prints and help others.
If there is anyone here that is not seeing these channels, please let us know in the comments. Then we can fix it right away. And please leave a comment on the chat build just to be sure you are seeing this channel. And another very important thing is to connect your wallet, because your certificate will be an on-chain certificate. You receive an NFT once you finish the course. And these are just the two most important buttons you need to have set up before starting the courses. Connect your Discord, then you can get support, and connect your wallet for you be able to receive your NFT certificate.
Yeah, okay, Robinson. You can chat in our Discord. You can send a message there, and someone will help you to see the channels if you're not seeing the
I'm
channels.
here now, Robinson. Just type a message on the channel, public channel, general chat can be, and I will get your user and I will fix it for you. Let's see.
Okay, so before starting with Rust, let me show you something. The thing that I wanted to share before. Let me find the screen. Yeah, here. So here I wrote 2 examples of code just to show you the difference between programming languages like C and Rust, and why Rust is so loved among blockchain people. Why many blockchains, including Polkadot, Solana, Near, there are many ecosystems, Sui, that are using Rust as a main programming language, and there is a reason for that. Rust is a very safe language to develop, low level. It's at the same time very powerful as C, as performance as C. So for example, I wrote a small benchmark program here, and if I run it, you're gonna see it's a very simple example of summing numbers from 0 to millions. The code is, I can share the link with the code later for you, but this is, if I run the code, you see how long it takes you using native C code and how long it takes using Rust code. So basically, of course, every time I run this, there are small differences, but essentially, the Python version takes a lot of time to finish, and the C and the Rust version, basically, they finish in less than a second.
The time you don't spend writing Python code, you spend waiting in the program run.
Exactly. Of course, Python is not a language for performance. You can use, a lot of people use Python, and it's it's a great language for many things, but not for low-level processing. In these examples, I do a lot of processing, so that's why it takes much more in Python than it should be.
Wow, that's crazy. It's still running.
Yeah, wow. It's still running. Yeah, it's because the benchmark it run 10 times, and then it takes the average. So because the Python version takes around 10 seconds to run, and it runs like maybe 10 times, it's gonna take more than a minute to finish the benchmark. But you see the end result here. So wow. Python takes an average time of 6.9 seconds, and the C and Rust basically an average time of 0.2 seconds, which is less than a second to run the same code. So Python is almost 16, almost 30
Very
times
slow.
slower. I don't, I can't even do the count. Let me see, 7 divided by 0.2. Yeah, 35 times slower. In
Wow.
this case, of course, this is a very simple benchmarking. There are professional benchmarking. This is just something that I did for the purpose of our course.
Yeah,
And
and then
yeah,
just before you start with the content, I just wanna share another incentive, very important incentive we have for everyone that is starting today. So Daniel just shared one good incentive, that is the Rust performance. So the market know that Rust is a very good and performing language. That's why there is high demand for developers. And for the ones who wants to get deeper knowledge into blockchain, you already know that this can open you doors to go to the PBA campus, which is an in-person event that will happen this year in Lucerne. But this time we have a 30 incentive that is the online version of PBA. So PBA started this year with the PBA X, which is an online version for the ones who can't travel to Switzerland but wants to get access to this content. And we'll give you 10 access for 10 students who finish this course and get a very good performance during the course. So if you finish this course, you'll be able to get access to the online version of PBA, which costs today $100, and we will give you as a gift for your performance during the course. So if you finish this course, you can get access to the online version for free as a gift from PBA for this partnership we had. So if you don't want or can't travel to Switzerland, you can get access to the content online. And I think this is, is there isn't a price for this, because this content, we all know that is like, if they will really charge for the value of this content, will be like thousands of dollars. So it's a symbolic value they're charging just for getting access to the content. And that's it, guys. No more things, and we
yeah,
can.
but it's important because PBA is a course. When we did it in Hong Kong 2 years ago, no, less than 2 years ago, like 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, we learned not only developing or programming language or things related with building code, but also more theoretical aspects of blockchain, like economy, game theory, and many other topics that even if you are not a developer, it's very important if you want to work with Web3 stuff. This course, the PBAX, the online version of PBAX, is accessible not only for developers, but for a broader audience, for anyone who wants to work with Web3. Even if you are not a developer, if you don't write any line of code, you can do the PBAX. But of course, if you want to build, if you want to write code, if you want to create systems, coding, you will need to learn Rust or other programming language related to Polkadot to move on, to work specifically by coding. And then you have to attend to PBA Campus. So PBA X is for everyone. PBA Campus is more focused on developer and developers in any technology. But if you want to go to PBA Campus, you, of course, learning from PBAX, learning the basic knowledge will help you a lot, but it's not enough. You still need something. You still need to know something about Rust, because there's an exam that you need to pass. And then when you arrive there, you're going to have assignments that you need to develop in Rust. And if you don't know Rust, you won't be able to pass the assignments and you're going to get very frustrated. So this is why we are creating this course, because we want to help you to go through all the stages of learning blockchain from scratch, Rust from scratch, up to the end of PBA Campus, when you finish the course and you are able to work as a professional developer in the Polkadot ecosystem. Or even if you are not, if you don't want to work with Polkadot ecosystem, you're going to get a lot of knowledge to work on other ecosystems if you might.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. Let me share the other very briefly, let me share with you the other comparison between C and Rust. So imagine I did this very short program to compare Rust with C. If you take a look at this code, you're gonna see there's an array. The size of this array is 5, so
You're
there
not
are.
sharing.
Oh, sorry. Let me share. Okay. Okay. Yeah, here it is. Can you see my screen? Yes.
Yeah, now I see.
Okay, so this is a very simple program. I have an array of 5 elements, and I want to sum this array, and I'm iterating through this array, but I did a mistake. I did something wrong here. I put the out of bounds array, out of bound index here, and when I run this program,
Daniel, yeah, there was a bug with your voice. Talk again, let's see. Was like looping. No, yeah, you are on mute. Let me see. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Now it's
Working
fine.
now?
Working fine.
Okay. Okay, again. I'm trying to sum, very simple sum of 5 elements of an array, but I'm using an index that is out of bounds because this array has only 5 positions. I'm for purpose, or imagine that you are programming something and this is a bug in your code, and then I'm going to compile this. Compile sum. Okay. It's not compiling. What's happening? Let's C. Some C. It's already compiled here. Okay, I'm gonna run this program, and this is the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, of course. This is the sum C. I don't think this is the right answer. Oh, sorry. I'm in the wrong. I'm in the wrong directory. That's why I was getting this here. GCC ts.c. Yeah, now it's compiling, and this is the. Oh, wait a minute. No, it's no. What's happening here? Every time I run the program, it shows a different sum for the same numbers. What's happening, Yang? Can you help me? This is C. It should be right, no?
Right. Even negative sums.
You're negative, even if they are only positive. What's happening? Of course,
My guess
accessing.
is it accessing like a random memory value and using that number?
Yeah, this is the problem is that it is probably accessing a position in the memory that is not. There is there is unpredictable
Like
stuff.
Random stuff, right?
Yeah, it's accessing some out of bounds, which C allows, and this is the point. C allows you to do a lot of stuff.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. If you run now the same program in Rust, look, exactly the same code. So this is the Rust version. An array. I want to sum. I'm trying to run it. Yeah, and when I try to run this, it doesn't allow me. This is the difference. Because Rust has a lot of checks that guarantees that you won't run buggy code. This safety, there's a lot of safety in the language. For example, it knows that the array has only 5 positions here. So you shouldn't access the 7th element of the array. And this is what the execution error prints: index out of bounds. Instead of like printing some random number and allowing you to run the code, it is helping you to understand that your code is buggy. So it crashes. So this is very important difference between Rust and
Way more
other
safe,
low-level languages like C.
way safer.
So at the same time, Rust helps you to be a better programmer, but doesn't have the slowness, or let's say, if you use a language like Python or Ruby, you can have these kinds of checks, but it's going to be very slow. In case of Rust, you don't get slower. If it is slower, it's just for a few fraction of time that you don't even need to worry about. And this is the beauty of Rust. And this is why a lot of people are learning and working with Rust. Okay, so before I continue, anyone wants to ask any question?
Let us know in the comments. And I saw a message of Vishhesh talking, asking about he would wanted to do this cohort instead of the previous one to be able to get the price of access the PBAX. And actually, I need to fix something. I did a mistake. I said that only this cohort will be participating in the draw to get access to this prize, but no, all the cohorts. So this is the 30 cohort, and all the students that finish this course will be participating in this draw to get access to the PBAX. Sorry, guys, for my mistake. So anyone who finished previous cohorts and wants to join, you are already participating. And the ones who are starting this now, once we finish this cohort, we will run the draw and sort the prize.
Awesome. So if you finish in other cohorts, you are in. If you finish now, you're in.
Exactly.
Okay.
Next ones, we don't know.
But you need to finish, and it's not easy. You need to go through all the 6 sections. We're gonna help you, and you're gonna get this course costs $100, and we're gonna give it for you for free if you finish. So you don't want to miss this. This is next level knowledge about Web3 and blockchain. Okay, so let's start. I'm gonna do the first lessons with you. I hope everybody is connected to Discord. I didn't see any other people's message in the Discord. I don't know if you just forgot to type in the Discord channel, or if you're having some issue.
Yes, guys, let us know in the Discord. Please type something on the chat builds. Let's start this buzz.
Yeah, if you are in our Discord, connect now, send a message, let us know that you are there. This is very important, because this journey is not meant to be done alone. Let's do it together. Okay, when you get to this platform, build dot, it's here in the...
Yeah, I fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed here. So you're going to read some text, and then this is me explaining a little bit how to start. So let's start. I'm going to start with you, the first lessons, so you can basically run your first. If you didn't program anything in Rust, never, ever, this will be the first time in your life that you're going to create something in Rust. So let's start together. I'm going to create a new, let me go to an empty directory, and let's create a directory. Rust, I'm going to call it Rust State Machine. And then I get here, and then I run this program, cargo init. So this cargo init is the program that I'm running. And if you see here, it's creating the structure of a Rust program. In my case, I already had Rust installed in my computer, so that's why it's working. If you don't have Rust installed in your computer, you have to go there. There are some instructions. You can go to this link. Let me share with you this one. So the Rust programming language, there is this Rust book. And then you have the installation section, chapter 1 here. And here are the instructions to install. Basically, you have to run this program here. You just have to run this command line. So in this case, if you are running macOS, you have to type this. And if you are running Windows, there are some instructions as well. And then when you finish everything, if you run rust c version, it's going to print the Rust version. In my case, this one, 1.83. But you can, for our journey here together, any version of Rust will basically work, I hope. Okay. So, anyone already, is there anyone who got to this point and run cargo init and has this structure here, this directory with these files?
Yeah,
I'm going to explain.
I was repeating what you was doing, and I got the same output.
Yeah, anybody
Let's
else?
see in the
If you want
comments,
to
anybody
share,
else?
yeah, if you want to share in the Discord a print, you can share in. Let me share in progress. I'm gonna share my progress.
Yeah, you guys, you see that every lesson, on the bottom of every lesson, before you can jump to the next lesson, we ask you to give us proof of progress. So you need to get a screenshot of your terminal. Then you will do first lesson, and you see how that works. You need to submit the screenshot. Then this way we can see that you are not scamming us and just passing through the content without writing code. So you need to submit the proof of your output.
Exactly. This is
your
very
terminal,
important. You have to
and
prove
then we
that you did it on your machine. And it will be really hard to ask for an agent to do it for you. You're gonna do it. You have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, that's the good. Also, another good part of Rust, at least Rust and Polkadot, is that the AIs don't know shit about this Substrate and Polkadot SDK. You try to ask them to do stuff for you, they just strip. They can't do, because updates very often. So you are forced to really think and really go through the learning process. It's not easy to get these things these days. Everything AI can do, but with substrate related development is really hard to use AI for, to like build from stuff for you. You need to do everything.
Okay, so now that I have this basic structure, basically there is a cargo.toml, which is similar to package.json for those who are familiar with JavaScript. It's a file that has details about your project. And if I want to run this project that is just created, remember, I run two commands. I run this this command here. Where is the command that I did? No, it was cargo init, basically this. And then I have all these directories and files and all this stuff. And if I want to run my program, I just type cargo run and hello world. Why hello world? Because if you go to the main file, you have hello world. Let me change. Hello web3 dev. And let's run it again. And you can see it's working.
And cargo run compiles the code and place it to target, right, Daniel?
Exactly. It creates a binary. And if you go to target and debug, target debug build or somewhere.
Does it compile for WebAssembly by default, or we need to pass a command?
No, it compiles to binary here. There's a binary. If I go to
Okay, yeah.
target, debug, if you want to compile to WebAssembly, you have to give a specific command line. If you run, this is the binary that you run. In this case, it's compiled for my computer, and you see it's a real. And what is interesting about Rust is that the binary is very small. Look, only 400K, and has everything that you need to run this program in the computer. You don't need to have any library, anything installed. Just if I copy this and send to Young, if he has the same architecture as my computer, is going to run on his computer.
Nice.
Okay. Very simple. And if you are working, the next lesson here, lesson number 2, is about formatting your code. And this is very important because if you don't have a code formatter, you're going to get crazy.
Indentation,
and
yeah.
It's very useful using any. I use a package, an extension. It's called Rust Analyzer. Rust Analyzer.
It's good to remember. I think that lesson mentioned this extension because is like a must, guys. If you are writing Rust code, is a must to have this extension. Will help you to get through your code, understand what's going on. There's some warnings, some help to understand the Rust syntax. Is very powerful.
Yeah, and helps also if you look, you can see the implementation. You can go through low-level code.
Right? Like normal JavaScript modules, you can navigate through your code and understanding what's going on.
Exactly. You have autocomplete, a lot of stuff, very useful. So install the Rust Analyzer. Is going to help you a lot. If you don't like VS Code and wants to work with any other editor, you can do it. I recommend you to install the Rust formatter as well. And here are the instructions of if you run the cargo. Let me go here. You run cargo fmt, and it's going to format your code properly. So for example, if I have the code that is not formatted, if I run cargo fmt, you see that the file is going to be formatted. Look, I can do it like this. So the file is not formatted. When I run cargo fmt, it formats automatically.
Yeah, we recommend before, like, every time you finish and you run the cargo run and your program is running, it's fine, just run the fmt just to keep your code beautiful.
Exactly. And you can configure your VS Code to use the Rust Analyzer and format it automatically. It's just that I didn't configure just to show.
Exactly.
Okay. Any questions?
I think everyone has a good experience on Rust here today.
Yeah, I think there are some people have some doubts, but he's in section 3, probably someone that is far away in the course. Alex Javabras, it's in the Discord channel. Probably he's a few steps ahead. Oh, hello. Now I can see some messages in our Discord. Azbek. Good. So what else can I show? Go to the next lesson. Yeah, here. So, one thing that is very, very, I think, what is the end result of this course? Because, of course, the main objective here is learning Rust. But you won't learn only Rust. You will also learn how blockchains work and how Polkadot deals with low-level Rust codes to build blockchains. This is very important because if you want to join the Polkadot ecosystem, you have to learn about pallets, which is a concept created in the Polkadot SDK. And this course gives you a very introductory feeling about pallets. Because if you go to the Polkadot SDK, let me go here. Polkadot SDK, and you take, let's say, one very random but not so random file. For example, these balances, which is exactly what we are going to build here in our, let's say,
Crash course.
first version of the our
And Daniel's gone.
very complicated. There's a lot of things happening here. A lot of things. The code is so huge. There's a lot of information,
Nice.
and
So,
you're gonna get lost, especially when you get to this what t comma config I. This is cryptic. The first time I saw this,
generic types are like hard at the beginning, and once you started to understand, they get harder.
yeah. So we have macros here. We have the typings, the implementations. We have traits and many other concepts about Rust here. And if you are not familiar with Rust, you're gonna have some difficulties. So the idea is that after our course, you will read this code here and understand most
What's
of the most of it.
Yeah, that's good to
Because in
mention
the end,
because
we are doing exactly this.
yeah, because Rust is a very powerful and complex language, and the Polkadot SDK is a very powerful and complex blockchain, and it uses Rust. So it uses a lot of advanced resources of Rust. And sometimes you go to small servers or other backend stuff that is using Rust, you will not see that much resources being used. And on the Polkadot SDK, you use a lot of traits, a lot of generic types, macros, so you really get advanced resources on practice, you know.
Exactly. But the terminology is the same. You see, there's the palette terminology here. There is this config terminology. All this terminology that you see here, you are going to see along our, let's say, let's go to the first page, because if you look at the page here and the course syllabus, you're going to have pallets, the system palette, the same runtime. You're going to learn what is a runtime, what is the runtime debug, generic types, numcrate, balances palette, system palette. All these are concepts that are present in the Polkadot SDK, and we're going to go through it step by step, little by little, so you can understand very well how it works. And also even macros. In the last sections, you have macros, how to use macros, how to write some basic macros, and so on. So the first and the end result, and this is what I wanted to show you, if I don't lose the window, it's somewhere. Yes, somewhere. I think it's here. Cargo run. Yeah, so this is the end result. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna spoil a little bit, but not that much. So the end result, you have all this code here, and when you run, so basically I'm running the code, you're going to have this print, which is the end result of your blockchain. So imagine that a blockchain is a state machine. What is a state machine? Is a machine that records states or information that are stored as a state, and you keep changing the state every block. Have a new block. When you have a block, you are saying to your system, now I want to change the existing state to something else, and the instructions to change this state is inside this block of information. Okay, so basically what we are going to write is a code that takes a block, transitions it to another state, and print the next state. And basically, after you do this hundreds of times, you're going to have the end state or the end result, which is printed in the form of a, let's say, this is structure just for you to see if everything is working. So basically, in our case, for example, we have the balances. Balances is how much money each person has. In the end of running all these transactions or all these blocks or all these things that we are instructing the blockchain to run, this is the end result. Alice has 60, Bob has 20, and Charlie has 20. But the instructions, they are written in a format similar to this one. You have calls to the blockchain to say, oh, I want to transfer something. This is a transfer. I want to transfer from Alice. So Alice is the caller. So Alice is calling the blockchain saying, I want to transfer to Bob some amount of money. For example, I want to transfer 20 to Bob, and I want to transfer 20 to Charlie. So if for example, I transfer 30 to Charlie, let me run it again, and you see the end result. Now I have Alice, instead of having 60, now Alice has 50, and Charlie has 30.
What if you try to transfer invalid amount?
Okay, let's try to transfer 100 to Charlie. The transaction didn't go through because you don't have this certain amount. So if you try to send to the blockchain an invalid,
not enough funds,
you're gonna get an error, not enough funds, and then this is the end result.
Right.
So basically,
sorry, you go ahead.
No, ask your question, of course.
I was asking. So basically, in the end, you are building a blockchain, and what you print is the last state of this blockchain, right? So if you build your blockchain and put other transactions, you will see the transactions going on, but you print the last state, the most recent block, right?
Exactly. And this syntax seems to be very complicated. Why do I need to do this extrinsic, then runtime call? So throughout the course, you will understand why we have all this overhead of information. Yeah, but these are the building blocks. Basically, you are going to create a block. The block is composed by a collection of instructions, in this case, 2 transfers, in this case. And then here's another block. There is another what we call proof of existence, which is something completely different than balances, but is also an operation that you can do inside the blockchain. And then you have this final result, which is the proof of existence of Bob, and then you have these balances. So this is the end result. If you go through all the lessons, you see there are some macros that you will have to write as well, and you have all this Rust code finished by the end of the 6 sections.
Nice. I would like to know if is anyone here, because last comment was 20 minutes ago. I just want to be sure you guys are following, you guys are understanding if your project is set up. Now is the time where you get your answers. If you have any doubt what to do, how to do, please let us know in the comments.
Yeah. And we are going to, oh, tamo aqui, tamo aqui. Thiago is, because we have some people from Brazil, some people speak in Portuguese, and the chat is really interesting, like
Yeah,
multi-language chat. If
mixed.
you want to speak Spanish as well, feel free. We have a lot of Spanish speakers in the community. Spanish, English, Deutsch, any language.
Italian, I saw last
Italiano.
yeah.
Sì, possiamo parlare italiano.
Io non parlo italiano, però mi piace,
Every,
mi piace.
everybody,
Yeah,
everybody is here, is still here. Oh, I'm happy that
nice.
people are still here. Paulo Baf.
All right.
Okay.
So I think we passed through the most important topics. If you guys have any questions, please let us know in the comments. You get support if you're stuck in any part, or even if you have doubts, suggestions, anything you wanna add or ask, please don't don't avoid the Discord chat channels, because it's very important to get engagement. And another important channel that we had is the progress. So every time you are passing through a lesson, you get the screenshot that we will ask you in the platform to prove your the POC, like Nelson said, the proof of knowledge that you need to submit. Get the same screenshot and place it on the progress channel, because this way you share your progress, other students see your progress. And I know it happens when someone is like, okay, and next time or during the afternoon I keep going to the course, and they see a pop up in a message that someone progressing in the course, and they get back to the course, because the student said to me, okay, I was stuck, then I kind of gave up, and I saw people getting progress in the Discord channel, and I decided to come back. So your progress really helps other students to get through the course. So please share your progress, because this is very important during these 20 days that you guys have to finish this course. And after the course finish, we will do the draw to get a prize for 10 students of $100 for all these students. And once the next cohort of PBA opens, you get the channel, you get the announcement during the subscription period in your email. So everything, all the news related to PBA, we will send you through email and also Discord. So please keep in touch with the Discord, keep following the news, because we'll do some live sections on next weeks to help you pass through. So if you're getting stuck in any part and you share in the Discord, couldn't get help, or you didn't share, know that we have a live session where you can share your screen, get live help to get through the course, or ask questions to the instructors, to the mentors. And let's let's do it, guys. You just need to start, because all the resources are available. You have mentors, you have the content, we have everything. We are here to support you. So it's just a matter to start.
Yeah, there's a question here from Maids Almeida. Maids or Mades. I don't know if it's Mades or Maids, but anyway.
Needs, I guess.
What about job opportunities? Uh, where can we can find it?
I will share one very specific that I like. I think the most straightforward for this one is to get issues resolved in the Polkadot ecosystem. So to get a job, you need to have some experience with that, right? And once you get experience, and to get experience, you need to fix stuff, you need to do stuff, right? And there is a, a portal on Polkadot that
Are you
is,
sharing something?
no, I'm trying to find, because it apparently is off. The link is off, where you can get the kudos, like the portal to fix issues on
Yeah,
the
one thing
Polkadot
that I'm pretty
SDK.
sure, and I can say for myself, if you go through this PBAX course, which is the first part of PBA, and then you are prepared for PBA Campus, after learning Rust with us. So the steps are, for me, are very clear. You learn a little bit of Rust in our course. You finish it. Then you go to PBA campus. You spend
Here we go.
another month with other Rust developers. And when you finish the PBA campus, you're gonna get a job offer. You can
Yeah,
you can you cannot accept the offer, but I'm pretty sure all the PBA students that I know, including myself, received a job offer just after finishing the PBA campus. So
exactly.
you just need to dedicate yourself to this knowledge and go deeper and go through the difficulties, which is, it won't be easy. But if you keep going, if you keep improving, you get some help from the community, after a few weeks finishing our course and then another month in PBA campus, you'll be able to get a job or to get a job offer. And if you are a PBA alumni, they always are posting new job opportunities for the communities. So it's just a matter of going through the steps that are needed. And if you can prove you know a lot about Rust, someone will call you.
Yeah, and another important thing to think about this market is that when you look at Solidity job opportunities, Solidity demand, you have a lot of startups, a lot of projects, a lot of blockchain, a lot of demand, and also a lot of competition. A lot of people know Solidity. It's not hard to understand, to learn this concept because it's very easy compared to Rust. Rust is not that easy language to learn, but the opportunities are more mature, let's say. When you are getting a job for Solidity, they sometimes, most of the time, they just run wants to launch a project and see if we work or not and get some money, and that's it. You don't have a like mature opportunities. For sure they exist and they are out there, these opportunities, but when we talk about Rust, usually projects that use this Rust is they are more mature projects, you know. So the opportunities for Rust developers, they are not that huge like Solidity, but they are more mature. They have a, how can I say, a hiring process. They can get you through the process, understand your knowledge, and see if you fits or not. And if you fits, they hire, they pay well. It's not like when you go to open market Solidity. There's huge amounts of scams. A lot of projects that wants to pay you with tokens. So I remember when I started getting job opportunities for Rust, and I saw that, wow, this is a very different. The kind of opportunities are very different. They are, for sure, there are less opportunity compared to Python, Solidity, JavaScript, and others, but are more mature opportunity. So instead of getting through a process, let's say you spend months passing through a lot of interviews to get to filter good opportunities in these like open, more open opportunities, Solidity and other language, compared to Rust, you get less interviews, less filtering process, but way more mature opportunities. So you, if you go to Polkadot portal, you can see job opportunities. And as Daniel mentioned, once you pass through Polkadot PBA, in the end, they are there like tons of companies. I remember last time was, I guess, 15 or 16 companies, like literally interviewing all the students who finished the course, because to finish is hard. And they know if the student finished that, it has some basis. He knows how to, and how to navigate through the SDK even as a junior. So they go to juniors in the end of PBA, then seniors in the open market, let's say. So the opportunities is here, guys. You just need to get some dedication for 20 days, pass through this course, and then you already be able to talk. If an interviewer asks you about some details about blockchain at Polkadot SDK, if you don't know the answer, you have some, you understand where the answer is, at least, you know. You say, okay, this is probably related to that. You get more context, you get more preparation, you will be more prepared to face an interview related to Rust and Polkadot, or blockchain, Rust and blockchain development, right? So is there any other questions? Let's see.
Yeah, I think we can finish now, and we can continue in the Discord. If you have any doubt, we can continue the conversation in the Discord server. You have 2 or 3 weeks to finish, and once we have the deadline, you're gonna receive the NFT certificate when you finish. And based on these certificates, we are going to draw 10 entries to the PBAX course, the online version of Polkadot Blockchain Academy. And for those who wants to participate the Portuguese version of the live, we're gonna have it in about 4 hours, right? By the end of the day today,
Yeah,
for those who
it's
are in
3
Brazil or
p.m.
Latin America.
3 p.m. European in Brazilian time and 7 p.m. European time.
Exactly.
Okay,
Okay.
we have a new question.
If we don't have any
Let's
questions,
let's see. I think, Thiago, I think a very good starting point is this course, because if you are like lost in the middle of Web3, it's because there is too much information about everything, about differences, blockchains, everything. And this is, you need to filter, you need to cut and start in some point. Once you start in some point, you you get a different vision about other things, so if you don't get something to start with, you can't compare apples and apples if you don't know what is an apple. So get the first apple and try to understand what it is. And this course, this Rust course, is a very good one to pass you through all the basic steps of a blockchain, block production, transactions, ordering, everything that you need to understand the blockchain. So once you look at, I don't know, Solana, Ethereum, Bitcoin, all these other projects, you understand what are the difference between them, because one step they do something different that gives some advantage and some disadvantage. And once you understand the basics, you see, okay, this blockchain has the advantage of that, and I like that, or I don't like that. You get more context to navigate through crypto, because crypto is hard. Web3 is full of different stuff, and sometimes same stuff with different package. So my advice for you is start this course, because if you are a developer, you pass through the most important part of the blockchain, that is understand the basics. And once you see, watch any other new video about tech, offshore, of course we're talking about tech here. If you are want to understand which one you will increase the price and stuff like this is not the place. We are here to teach you blockchain development, and this course will give you a very good base about Polkadot blockchain development, and you can reuse this content to understand any other blockchain. They will pass through the same stuff like block production, transactions, balances, updates, checks, everything that you see in this course. Any other blockchain will implement, just in a different way. So start with something, then you have context to understand the other difference, and get more confidence to decide which ecosystem, which blockchain, which tech stack you want to dive into. All right, guys. See you on Discord. Please let us know if you have any problem during the course, any doubt. Please don't don't miss the opportunity. Just share on Discord, and we're here to help you.
bye bye, and see you soon.
Bye bye.